Hi everyone, welcome back to Geckoland, where we explore facts and information about leopard geckos. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more leopard gecko content. This video is split into sections, so if you only want to watch one part of the video, then you can just skip to there. Today we will be talking about some of the possible reasons your leopard gecko may not be eating and how to solve them. This is a very worrying topic, so I don't want this intro to be too long. Let's get into the video. Why isn't my leopard gecko eating? Leopard geckos are pretty small lizards, so if you try to feed something that's too big for them to eat, they will either choke trying to swallow it or not even attempt to hunt it down. A good rule for food size is if the bug is wider than in between the gecko's eyes, it's too big. If the food you try to feed them is wider than this, they probably won't be interested in something that they know they won't be able to swallow. I've never actually had this problem with Ash. She always ate whatever I gave her, and she always had the exact same excited face. But I've heard some have the same bugs for their gecko all the time, and all of a sudden they stop eating because they get tired of that food or they just don't like the bug. This is why it's good to have a variety of different bugs, so they don't just get tired of the food and they're always trying something new. And if they don't like one food that you try, then you just don't have to feed that one to them and you have all the other ones you bought. The third reason only applies to females. Oh my gosh, sorry. Oh, she's running. Sorry about that. Anyways, if you have a female, then there is a chance that they are carrying eggs. Don't rely on this as an excuse because this isn't a super common reason, but if you notice that you can actually see the eggs, then obviously they're carrying eggs. Keep note that the eggs are going to be infertile if they haven't been bred, but there is a chance that they're fertile if they've been bred before. Number 4, they might be impacted. This is more likely to happen when you have a loose substrate, but if you have something like moss, then that might be what's causing the impaction. If you notice that they're also not leaving stools, then that's another sign that they're impacted. If you think that they are, then you should get help from a vet. One of the most common reasons a leopard gecko doesn't have good appetite is when they are stressed. If you recently moved them to a new location, clean their tank, or have incorrect care, then they're likely to get stressed. You shouldn't be worried at all about this one. They're just stressed and they need time to adjust. Give them about a week or maybe more and they should start eating again. Now let's move on to some of the solutions. For many people, what works is if you have waxworms and you just take off the tip of their head. They really like the juice in it for some reason, and I saw a video of Rebecca from the Leopard Gecko channel do this, and it worked really great for her. I don't have waxworms at the moment, but if I did, I would try it, but unfortunately I don't. I'd still recommend trying this since it worked for so many people though. Some leopard geckos are very picky about how they're fed. You can try feeding them in different ways, such as bowl feedings, cup feedings, hand feedings, tweezer feedings, letting them catch the bugs around the tank freely, or putting the bugs in one at a time. So there's lots of different ways you can do this. If you're doing a bowl feeding, then you can try using a more shallow dish like a jar lid to feed them because the insects can't get out of the bowl, but they might not even notice that there's a bowl there if it's shallow enough, so they feel like they're eating it freely. Other Leos don't care how they're being fed, but it's more about what they're being fed. They might not like the type of bug you're trying to give them, so a simple solution to this is just to try a different food or to add more variety to their diet. Maybe you're feeding them crickets, but what they actually want to eat is roaches. Then you switch their diet to roaches. It might take some experimenting, but I think it's worth it to have a happy gecko in the end. I hope this video helped. If it didn't, you should do more research on it and then try to figure out what's going on. I wish you the best of luck in that. I know it's scary, but in most cases it isn't a severe problem, so you shouldn't panic too much. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll be back with another video next Wednesday. Bye!